Are you taking turmeric the wrong way after age 60? Don't make this mistake and never combine turmeric with these 3 common foods. Here's why it matters. Turmeric, that vibrant golden spice sitting in your kitchen, has become one of the most talked about natural remedies among older adults in America. Maybe you're already adding it to your morning smoothie, stirring it into your tea, or sprinkling it over oatmeal. And honestly, that's a great move. Why? Because turmeric isn't just trendy, it's backed by science. Studies show that turmeric, and more specifically its active compound curcumin, can reduce inflammation, ease joint pain, support your heart, and even help protect your memory as you age. But here's what most people over 60 don't realize. If you're regularly using turmeric and combining it with certain everyday foods, you might actually be blocking its healing power. Or worse, turning it into something that causes digestive upset and inflammation. Yes, really. There are 3 common foods found in almost every American kitchen that you should never eat with turmeric, especially if you're using it for health reasons. You could be taking turmeric to reduce inflammation or improve joint health and still not getting the full benefit, all because of what you're eating it with. In this video, we're going to break it all down. The 3 foods to avoid with turmeric, these are things you likely eat weekly or even daily. The surprising science behind why these combinations don't work, and then the good news. We'll walk through 3 smart turmeric pairings that boost absorption and maximize turmeric's benefits naturally. So, grab a warm drink, get comfy, and stick with me. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to take turmeric the right way, so your body can fully absorb the curcumin and get the results you deserve. Now, let's talk about why turmeric is so popular, especially among older adults. As we age, things change. Our joints don't move quite as easily. Recovery from everyday activity takes longer. Digestion can slow down. We may notice stiffness, bloating, or forgetfulness that didn't used to be there. And while these changes are a normal part of aging, they still affect how we feel every single day. That's why more and more people over 60 are looking toward natural anti-inflammatory remedies. Ones that support the body without the harsh side effects of synthetic medications. Turmeric? You've probably heard it mentioned recently, maybe by a neighbor, a family member, or even your doctor. You might have seen it in golden milk drinks, turmeric capsules at the pharmacy, or health products at the grocery store. Turmeric is often called a super spice, and for good reason. The star compound inside turmeric is curcumin, which gives turmeric its golden color and delivers its powerful anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects. That means it helps calm inflammation in the joints, support your heart and blood vessels, improve digestion, and protect brain health as we age. People use turmeric in all kinds of ways, adding it to warm drinks, tossing it into smoothies, mixing it into soups, or taking it in supplement form. It's simple, natural, and easy to build into your routine. But here's where it gets tricky, and where most people are getting it wrong. Curcumin, the active natural ingredient in turmeric, doesn't absorb easily on its own. In fact, studies show your body might absorb only a tiny fraction of the curcumin from the turmeric you consume, unless it's combined with the right ingredients. Even more importantly, some foods can actually block curcumin's absorption entirely. And these aren't exotic or rare foods. They're everyday things most people eat without realizing the hidden risks. So, before you mix turmeric into your next drink, tea, or meal, pay attention. Because up next, we're covering the first common food to avoid if you're using turmeric to protect your health. Here's something most people don't realize, and it could be the reason your turmeric isn't working. Certain everyday foods can completely block your body's ability to absorb curcumin, the powerful anti-inflammatory compound in turmeric. And if you're over 60, these food combinations can be especially risky. Why? Because as we age, our digestion naturally slows down and becomes more sensitive. The wrong combinations may not only cancel turmeric's benefits, but they could also actually trigger inflammation or stomach discomfort. So, before you take that next turmeric supplement or stir a spoonful into your tea, let's talk about what not to eat with it. Let's start with the first hidden culprit. 1. Processed dairy products and how they disrupt curcumin absorption. You'll find this one in nearly every kitchen, processed dairy. We're talking about American cheese slices, powdered creamers, sweetened yogurts, shredded packaged cheese, These are the creamy, comforting foods we often toss into breakfast. A slice of cheese on scrambled eggs, a splash of creamer in our coffee, or a fruit-flavored yogurt as a snack. But here's the catch. Processed dairy food doesn't go well with turmeric. Not only are these products filled with preservatives, stabilizers, artificial flavors, and often added sugars, all of which make digestion harder, but they also contain proteins that can bind to curcumin, making it difficult for your body to absorb it. So, you could be stirring turmeric into your eggs or coffee every morning thinking you're helping your joints. But in reality, that cheese or creamer may be blocking the benefits completely. And for older adults already dealing with acid reflux, bloating, or slower metabolism, processed dairy can make matters worse. But here's the good news. You've got easy, delicious alternatives. Try unsweetened almond milk, oat milk, or coconut milk with turmeric instead. These plant-based options are gentler on your digestion, non-inflammatory, and allow turmeric to do its job effectively. They also taste great in lattes, smoothies, and soups. Here is the bottom line. If you're taking turmeric for inflammation, digestion, or memory, ditch the processed dairy. You'll feel the difference. 2. Vinegar-heavy foods. The acidic trap that breaks down turmeric. The second food group to avoid might surprise you. Anything loaded with vinegar or high acid content. Think bottled salad dressings, pickles, ketchup, mustard, dishes made with white or apple cider vinegar. These might seem like harmless condiments or healthy additions to your meals, but when combined with turmeric, they can seriously reduce its impact. Here is why. Curcumin, the key compound in turmeric, is chemically delicate. It needs a stable environment to be absorbed effectively. When turmeric comes into contact with acidic foods, like vinegar, that stability is disrupted. The curcumin can actually start to break down before your body even gets a chance to absorb it. And for people with acid reflux, combining turmeric and vinegar-heavy foods can lead to bloating, stomach irritation, or heartburn, the exact issues you may be trying to avoid. So what's the fix? Make your own simple salad dressing with extra virgin olive oil, a splash of lemon, and a pinch of black pepper. We'll talk more about black pepper later because it's actually a turmeric booster. Or if you love pickles or sour sides, just enjoy them at a different time of day, not at the same meal as your turmeric. It's not about cutting these foods out completely. It's about timing and pairing smartly so turmeric can do what it's meant to do: fight inflammation, support brain function, and soothe your joints. 3 foods to never eat with turmeric. Number 3 will surprise you. Now, let's go back to something a lot of people think is healthy: adding turmeric to salad dressings. On paper, it sounds like a great idea, right? A sprinkle of turmeric in your vinaigrette or on a fresh green salad. But here's the catch. If that dressing is loaded with vinegar or citrus juice, it could be doing more harm than good. You might not notice the effects immediately, but over time, acidic ingredients can weaken turmeric's ability to work properly. Curcumin, the active compound in turmeric, is sensitive to acidic environments, and combining it with vinegar-heavy foods can reduce how much your body actually absorbs. So, what's the fix? It's simple. Just swap out store-bought dressings with your own homemade blend. Try this instead. Extra virgin olive oil, a splash of lemon or apple juice, a pinch of black pepper. This mix not only tastes amazing, but it actually helps turmeric absorb better. The olive oil provides a healthy fat that carries curcumin through your system, and black pepper contains piperine, which has been shown to boost absorption by up to 2,000%. Another tip: if you enjoy pickles, mustard, or vinegar-based condiments, no problem, just eat them at a different time of day. That small adjustment helps ensure your turmeric still works as intended. So remember, acidic foods aren't bad, but timing is everything. Now for the third and final food to avoid. Sugary cereals and baked goods, the hidden enemy of curcumin. This one might be the hardest to hear because it's comforting, familiar, and for some of us, nostalgic. We're talking about Frosted Flakes for breakfast, a blueberry muffin from your favorite coffee shop, that soft slice of banana bread in the afternoon. And here's the kicker. Turmeric is now being added to some of these foods too. You've probably seen turmeric muffins, turmeric granola bars, even turmeric pancakes labeled as healthy. But if these foods are loaded with refined sugars, they might be doing the exact opposite of what you expect. Why? Because sugar is highly inflammatory. It causes blood sugar spikes, stresses your metabolism, and over time contributes to problems like joint pain, memory loss, inflammation, heart disease. And turmeric? It's designed to do the exact opposite, to fight inflammation, protect cells, and soothe the immune system. So, when you combine the two, turmeric and high-sugar foods, your body receives two conflicting messages. One saying, calm down turmeric. The other saying, fire up sugar. The result? Turmeric loses its power. Even worse, sugar spikes insulin, slows digestion, and makes it harder for your body to absorb nutrients, including curcumin. And if you're an older adult trying to manage joint pain, cognitive health, blood sugar levels, then this turmeric-sugar combo is especially problematic. But here's the good news, you don't have to give up all comfort foods. Here are some better swaps. Add turmeric to unsweetened oatmeal. Stir it into a smoothie with bananas or blueberries. Enjoy it on whole grain toast with almond butter. Or sweeten it with a small touch of raw honey or pure maple syrup. These alternatives are less processed, gentler on your blood sugar, and they allow turmeric to do what it's supposed to, fight inflammation, not fuel it. Here is our key takeaway for this segment. If you're using turmeric to support joint health, memory, or inflammation, don't pair it with sugary cereals or processed sweets. It's like trying to drive with one foot on the gas and one on the brake. Your body can't move forward. In the next segment of this video, we'll shift gears into something more empowering. 3 simple foods you can combine with turmeric that actually boost its effectiveness. One of them might already be in your spice rack. 3 foods that supercharge turmeric's power, and you already have them at home. Now that we've covered what not to eat with turmeric, let's flip the script and talk about the good stuff. How to make turmeric work even better for your body. And here's the best part. You don't need expensive supplements or fancy powders. You just need a few simple everyday foods, things you probably already have in your kitchen, that can dramatically increase turmeric's impact. These 3 foods don't just pair well with turmeric. They actually help your body absorb curcumin, the active ingredient in turmeric, and make it more effective for your joints, memory, digestion, and heart. So, let's get into the first and most powerful turmeric booster. 1. Black pepper, the absorption multiplier. You've probably used black pepper 1,000 times, but did you know it can increase curcumin absorption by up to 2,000%? Yep, you heard that right. 2,000%. Black pepper contains piperine, a natural compound that helps your body hold onto curcumin longer and actually use it. Here's why that matters. As we age, our bodies naturally become less efficient at absorbing nutrients. So even if you're taking turmeric daily without piperine, you might only be getting a small sliver of the benefit. But just a small pinch of freshly ground black pepper? Total game changer. You can stir it into your morning turmeric tea, add it to scrambled eggs with a sprinkle of turmeric, or toss it into soups and stews right before serving. It hardly changes the flavor, but it supercharges the benefit. Here is a pro tip. Always use freshly ground peppercorns, not the pre-ground powder that's been sitting in the back of your cabinet. Fresh pepper contains more active piperine. And if you take a turmeric supplement, check the label. Look for piperine or bioperine, R, a purified black pepper extract. If it's not there, your supplement might not be doing much. So the rule is simple. Every time you take turmeric, pair it with black pepper. It's a tiny habit that delivers a massive reward. 2. Healthy fats, the curcumin delivery truck. Let's talk about fat, but the right kind of fat. Turmeric's active compound, curcumin, is fat-soluble, which means it needs fat to be absorbed. Without fat, most of it passes right through your system. That's why combining turmeric with healthy fats is so important, especially for older adults managing inflammation, joint stiffness, or brain fog. So, what counts as a healthy fat? We're talking about extra virgin olive oil, avocados, nut butters like almond or peanut butter, chia seeds and flax seeds, and fatty fish like salmon or sardines. These are all anti-inflammatory, heart-healthy, and metabolism-friendly fats that work with turmeric, not against it. Here's how to use them. Making a soup or stew, add a tablespoon of olive oil at the end and stir in turmeric. Enjoy morning smoothies? Blend in a few slices of avocado or a spoonful of almond butter with turmeric. Roasting veggies? Sprinkle turmeric on top and drizzle with olive oil before baking. Making eggs for breakfast? Cook them in avocado oil or olive oil and add a dash of turmeric and pepper. You don't need to eat more fat, just eat smarter fat alongside your turmeric. Healthy fats carry curcumin through your digestive system, helping it reach your brain, joints, and immune system where it can do real work. Avoid processed fats like margarine, vegetable shortening, or deep-fried oils. These increase inflammation and actually cancel out turmeric's benefits. So think of it this way. Healthy fat is the delivery truck. Turmeric is the package. Together, your body actually gets the message, and you feel the difference. Coming up next, we'll talk about a sweet, soothing ingredient that not only makes turmeric taste better, it actually amplifies its anti-inflammatory power. Hint, it's not sugar, but it is something sweet. Raw honey plus turmeric, the sweet secret to unlock maximum health benefits. Now for the third food that can boost turmeric's power, and it might surprise you. It's not exotic, it's not expensive, it's not hard to find. It's raw honey. Nature's original sweetener and a powerful anti-inflammatory partner for turmeric. That's right, raw honey does more than just taste good. It brings real healing potential to your routine. Why raw honey works so well with turmeric. Here's why this combination is so powerful. Raw honey is rich in antioxidants, natural enzymes, and anti-inflammatory compounds. When you pair it with turmeric, you get a double anti-inflammatory punch, one that's especially soothing for your joints, your gut, and even your immune system. It's also the perfect way to make turmeric easier to enjoy, especially in teas or drinks, without turning to sugar or processed syrups that actually cause inflammation. But here's the catch. It must be raw honey. That cute little plastic bear-shaped bottle in your grocery store? That's not what we're talking about. Most commercial honey is heated to high temperatures, stripped of its enzymes, and loaded with added sugars or fillers. Raw honey, on the other hand, is usually cloudy, textured, and still contains the good stuff, like pollen, natural enzymes, and immune-supporting nutrients. How to use raw honey and turmeric together. You don't need a fancy recipe. Just a few easy ideas you can use every day. Morning tonic. Stir 1-2 teaspoon of turmeric and 1 teaspoon of raw honey into warm water. Sip slowly. Soothing tea. Add turmeric and raw honey to your favorite herbal tea as a relaxing evening drink. Golden spoon. Mix turmeric and honey into a paste and take a small spoonful daily. Perfect for joint stiffness or seasonal allergies. Simple detox. Mix turmeric, raw honey, and lemon juice in hot water for a gentle detox blend that supports gut health and digestion. This combo isn't just delicious, it's deeply therapeutic. And because raw honey is naturally sweet, it makes turmeric so much easier to enjoy without the inflammation spike you'd get from processed sugar. Quick note for diabetics or sugar-sensitive viewers. If you're watching your blood sugar, don't worry. Raw honey is still sugar, so moderation is key. Just 1 teaspoon a day is generally safe for most people, and still enough to get real benefits when paired with turmeric. So if you're looking for a gentle, natural way to enhance your turmeric routine, raw honey is a smart and satisfying addition. Our final thoughts: you're worth the effort. Now that we've walked through the 3 foods to avoid with turmeric and the 3 powerful boosters that unlock its full potential, I just want to say thank you. Not just for watching, but for taking the time to invest in your health. Because when life gets busy, it's easy to put yourself last. But today, you made space to learn, reflect, and grow. That matters. We've talked about what blocks turmeric. We've talked about what enhances it. And now you have the knowledge to make simple, smart choices that support your health every single day. It doesn't have to be complicated. Health isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Maybe tomorrow, you stir a pinch of turmeric and black pepper into your tea. Maybe next week, you switch out your dairy creamer for oat milk. Maybe when your joints ache, you reach for a golden spoon of honey and turmeric. These small steps, they add up into real habits, real energy, and real well-being. Because when we care for our bodies, we feel more in control, calme, and stronger. And at any age, 60, 70, even 90, that strength and self-respect, You absolutely deserve it. I always say this. Aging isn't about decline. It's about refinement. You've gained wisdom. You've lived experience. Now you have the power to live more intentionally, to make gentle choices that support your mind, body, and spirit. If this video helped you, I hope you'll share it with a friend, a neighbor, a sibling, someone you care about. You never know how one simple message might change someone's day, or even their health. And if you'd like to keep learning with us, you're in the right place. Here at Health and Wellness Channel, we bring you thoughtful, gentle, and practical tips every week to help you age well, with confidence, clarity, and calm. So take care of yourself, and remember, you're worth the effort.